the top stories. Police investigating robbery at Rams in Nevis. Prime Minister Drew says government rescued Development Bank and Social Security. And Netball champions of 1973 and 78 honored at Gala. We'll be right back with the details after this.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
Be ready for school with the coolest deals from Quartz. Shop today and get big discounts on cell phones, laptops, tablets, printers, televisions, and more. Plus, get a chance to win cool stuff. Shop today and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. And stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield Extended Warranty. Save big with great deals and head back to school in style. Only from Quartz. Bringing value home. Offer ends August 23rd, 2023. Special conditions apply.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I'm Jason Davis. The police are investigating another robbery of a Rams supermarket, this time in Nevis on Sunday afternoon. According to the police, 5 armed men entered Rams supermarket Nevis at about 2:30 p.m. They attacked the security guard with an umbrella and proceeded to demand the cashiers to open the cash tills. They were unable to get them open and eventually aborted their attack and fled the scene in a vehicle that was stolen from a customer who was entering the supermarket. The stolen vehicle was abandoned by the robbers and recovered by the police at Long Point. No one was injured and nothing was stolen from the supermarket. Meanwhile, in a further update, as we're seeing here on the screen, the police said that they were pursuing a vehicle with 4 suspects in the Brown Hill area on Sunday afternoon. That's a separate vehicle to the one that was originally stolen. That vehicle crashed into a wall and one of the men fled on foot. The others are in custody. Investigations are ongoing. Meanwhile, the 5 persons taken in for questioning for the Rams robberies on St. Kitts remain in custody. Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew says the government of St. Kitts and Nevis has taken several steps that have steadily led to the stabilization of the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis and the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Fund. Prime Minister Drew, who holds the ministerial portfolios for finance and social security, stated from the onset that there were some improprieties that pointed to the mismanagement of funds at the Development Bank under the former Team Unity administration. The Prime Minister also reported that the hemorrhaging of the fund by the previous government had put the Social Security Fund in a poor financial state. While appearing on Freedom FM's Issues program on Thursday, Prime Minister Drew said the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis borrowed close to $120 million from Social Security, and Development Bank was so badly managed it's not in a position to pay Social Security back.
The Development Bank owes Social Security $119 million. $921,959.78. 119 million, almost 120 million, owed to the Social Security. None of this money was borrowed under the new administration. This is what we met. The last time any money was paid to Social Security under the former administration was January 2022, and the amount paid was a meager $200,000. The amount that Social Security is supposed to be paid is $697,000 per month. But they were paying $200,000 per month, less than 1/3 to service the debt. And in addition to that, the last time anything was paid was January 2022.
The Prime Minister said shortly after taking office, his administration did the responsible thing of making monthly payments to service the Development Bank's huge loan to Social Security that was left by the former administration.
We started to pay every month from September. So we came in August, we started to pay right away from October, and we started to pay the $200,000. Again, Social Security had no money. I mean, not Social Security, Development Bank had no money. The bank was on the verge of collapse. I couldn't say that to the country for people to lose confidence and run on the bank and basically sink the bank. That would have been the worst scenario. I had to put the country's interest above immediate political interest or any other interest. The immediate interest was let us save Development Bank.
In June 2023, the government increased its payment to Social Security to $250,000, and according to the Prime Minister, the payments will be increased further to $300,000 per month. Now, Prime Minister Drew said he is proud to declare to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis that the Development Bank is under good leadership and the Development Bank has been stabilized. The members of the Caribbean Netball Champions team of 1973 and 1978 were celebrated on Saturday night during a gala and awards ceremony at Government House. The event was part of a week of activities to commemorate the 45th and 50th anniversary of the national netball team winning the championship twice. During the ceremony, Prime Minister Drew and other officials presented awards to members of the Champions team and the officials who accompanied them. The proceedings also included the ceremonial passing of the netball from the captain of the 1973 team down to a representative of current junior netball as a symbol of the enduring spirit of netball being passed on to future generations. Delivering brief remarks, captain of the 1978 team, Rosemary McMaster Rollins, thanked everyone for their support during the week of activities and noted that to the players, netball has been more than just a sport.
It's a community, a legacy, and a way of life. Our journey over the past week has reaffirmed the bonds that tie us together, and I have no doubt that the passion for netball will continue to burn brightly in our hearts.
The anniversary activities were held under the theme Acknowledge, Aspire, Act. In other news, the St. Kitts Meteorological Office and NEMA are closely monitoring Tropical Storm Franklin that has developed from Invest 90L in the Caribbean Sea. No tropical watches or warnings are expected for us in the Federation. Nonetheless, Tropical Storm Franklin's feeder bands are expected to cause an increase in showers and thunderstorms in St. Kitts and Nevis overnight, with a gradual improvement on Monday. Possible rainfall totals of up to 1.75 inches may occur during this period. Residents are urged to exercise caution when traversing the roadways and areas that are prone to flash flooding and rock slides. On Saturday, local non-profit organization Champs for Charity hosted a back-to-school fair at Carnival Village for primary school-aged children. The organizers joined forces with local businesses, churches, and the community to provide free school supplies for the attending children. The organizers also provided free snacks such as hot dogs, popcorn, cotton candy, and entertainment, including bouncing castles. Families were also given mini hampers containing breakfast foods as well. According to Shirley Morgan of Champs for Charity, this is their way of giving back to the community.
we are about others. The Bible says we have to look out for our neighbors, and so this afternoon that is exactly what we are doing. We are thinking about you, and so we are asking you, just be patient with us, enjoy the bouncing castle, enjoy the popcorn and the cotton candy. We have a lot in store for you this afternoon.
Persons interested in assisting Champs for Charity can contact them at 762-8691. Coming up, we'll have another look at some of the stories from the past week. Stay tuned.
Here are your Horseless Value Mart IGA specials.
Running August 10 to the 23rd.
Now your Value Club Blue Tag specials. Essential Everyday Ketchup, just $4.99. Essential Everyday Barbecue Sauces, $5.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Salt, plain and iodized, $4.79. Chobani Greek Yogurt, $5.69. Super Cheese Sodas, $7.99. Almond Hammer Detergent, $19.99. And now your very low weekly
Value deals. Stock is chunk like tuna, $3.99. Essential Everyday 100% apple juice, $6.99. Simply 100% orange juice, $15.99. Ecoline mouthwash, $14.99. The Colgate toothpaste, $7.99. Langus cranberry juices, $11.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart.
Haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
The biggest party in sport is back. CPL returns with more action than ever before.
Are you kidding me?
Watch the biggest names in cricket battle it out in the race for glory.
Brilliantly. Celebrate some more.
Get your tickets now at cplt20.com or at the box office. Join the party. Experience cricket played louder.
The government has launched a project to upgrade the road running through St. Peter's, and on Thursday morning, Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew led a delegation to the area to get an update. Here's more. The group met near the St. Peter's Anglican Church, where Director of the Public Works Department, George Gilbert, said this repaving of the road is part of efforts to rehabilitate the entire St. Peter's Main Road and part of the F.T. Williams Highway.
So what we'll be doing, we'll be removing the base surface and we'll be putting a new base surface. In addition to that, we will be making the road to international standard. We will actually put sidewalks in where we can get sidewalk. For example, where we are here now, we are going to put sidewalk go right up here, right up from the Anglican Church, right up to the daycare center.
Minister of Public Infrastructure, the Honourable Conress Maynard, said the government is anxious to move this project forward to address the St. Peter's Main Road, which has been neglected for many years.
It was not a part of the Island Main Road project that was done some years ago, although this is a significant thoroughfare for St. Kitts and Nevis, and in particular for the people of St. Peter's, which is one of the fastest growing districts for housing development in the Federation. And so we want to correct that by updating and upgrading the St. Peter's Main Road.
Prime Minister, the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, said he's pleased with the work that's being done by the Public Works Department.
This is an extensive piece of work. I know that the people of St. Peter's are waiting for the road. I myself told them that we will move on the road as quickly as possible once elected, and we have done that. But of course, you have to do the groundwork, foundational work before you can actually start. And with the extensive work, I must say that they have indeed worked expeditiously for what it is of putting a project like this together.
Mr. Gilbert said before work begins, a town hall meeting will be held to hear from the residents of the area. The cost of the repaving project has not been determined as a contractor has not been selected as yet. The St. Kitts and Nevis government has approved the hosting of a United States of America embassy in the Federation. This was revealed by Cabinet Secretary Dr. Marcus Natta during the most recent post-cabinet briefing.
During the U.S. Caribbean Leaders Meeting in the Bahamas in June 2023, United States Vice President Kamala Harris announced that the Biden-Harris administration has begun the process to establish 2 new embassies and an additional diplomatic support presence in the Eastern Caribbean. In this regard, the Cabinet has taken the decision to have St. Kitts and Nevis host a U.S. embassy to strengthen the relationship and partnership with the United States of America.
He stated that the government will continue to regularly meet with and engage U.S. officials on this subject while they await the decision of the U.S. government. A unique promotional event for businesses called The Cube was held on Friday, giving local and regional companies an opportunity to widen their customer base. More in this report.
33 businesses from across the region are here at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort for a unique event called The Cube. As you can see behind me, several of them have their products and services on display in an effort to promote themselves and drum up some business from the local community. 17 local businesses are in fact taking part in this event today. With me is Miss Chandra Rouse. She's one of the organizers of The Cube. And tell us, how did this event actually come about?
So it actually came about by the Statia and Saba tourism bureaus and also the public entities of Statia and Saba. We wanted to bridge the gap between our regional businesses and have an opportunity to provide a platform where businesses can connect and expand their business within the region, especially now since we have the Makana Ferry, bridging that gap and connecting our islands for a very affordable rate.
How's it been going so far?
So far it's been great. It's the first of its kind, so we're hoping that, in the future it can become an annual event and it would be hosted on different islands and we would rotate it, and that's the hopes for it. So it's been going great so far.
What kind of feedback have you been getting?
It's been amazing. I've had a gentleman that came up to me and told me that he's had 2 conversations and those conversations were worthwhile enough for him to leave the event because they were supposed to be so fruitful for him. And I've spoken to all the different vendors here and they've all had great feedback and they were asking for it to be again, so they're really hoping for it to be an annual event.
Great. Are there any plans to sort of network all of these businesses together so there can be some sort of interregional communication?
So that's a goal actually. So at the first half of the event, it was just business to business, so we didn't have any consumers in here at that time. So that was the whole goal for them, to have that purpose of connecting with one another before consumers came in.
Okay, great. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your time and thank you for coming.
There you go. That was Miss Chandra Rouse. She's one of the organizers of this unique event called The Cube. And as she said earlier, the aim is to host this event regularly and continue to promote these businesses across the region, drumming up more business for these companies. Reporting from the St. Kitts Marriott Resort for ZIZ News, I'm Jason Davis.
After the break, Guyana plans more halfway houses for victims of abuse, and Ecuador politicians losing their lives to gang violence.